All right, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Cameron Mitchell. We back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about one of the biggest mistakes I think we make when we're trying to improve our lives, and that is only tracking things that we can measure. We can measure money, height, followers, subscribers, the females that you got on your roster. We can measure all of that, but the biggest improvements you will ever make don't show up on a scale. They can't be measured by numbers alone. So, while reading Atomic Habits, I don't remember what chapter it was, but I came across a principle, a law, which is good heart's law, right? And basically, it states that when a measure becomes the target, it ceases to become a good measure. And that hit me because I realized I spent a lot of time focused on hitting a dollar amount rather than becoming the person who can just make the money. You know what I'm saying? Or just have the life that I want, not just necessarily the money. But, I realized I spend a lot of time measuring outcomes as well, but not enough time measuring who I'm becoming. So just think about it. You can measure how much money is in your account, like I said, but how do you measure patience? How do you measure wisdom? How do you measure confidence? How do you measure discipline? How do you measure clarity? That's not something that can be measured by numbers alone. So those are soft skills. You got hard skills and then you got soft skills. And I truly believe that they're called soft skills because those are the skills that literally can't be measured by numbers alone. But just because they're soft doesn't mean they're worthless skills. Just because they're soft, make it okay. Basically, soft skills are silent skills, but they're just as powerful, if not more powerful, than the skills that can be measured. So, those are non-scale victories, and ironically, they are usually the things that produce measurable results later on. So, examples like I can tell you how much I've saved, right? I can tell you how many subscribers I have. I can tell you how much I weigh. I can tell you how many females are on my roster, right? But I really can't measure that I'm becoming more resilient. I'm becoming more patient. I'm getting comfortable talking on camera. I'm learning to sell. I'm becoming more self-aware. These aren't things that can be measured by numbers alone. And I want to emphasize that because, I started this countdown, counting days until my birthday, until I turned 24. And I don't even know what day I'm on anymore, but that doesn't matter because like I said, you need to be counting the reps, not the days. Count the reps, not the days, because the frequency matters. It doesn't matter if you make it all the way until day 0, but you haven't become the person that can produce the results that you've been wanting, right? So those things don't have numbers attached to them, but they matter just as much, if not more. So the main lesson is we give numbers too much power. I've been giving the numbers to my bank account too much power. I've been giving the numbers to, my weightlifting progress too much power, right? But numbers are just feedback. They're not your identity. Numbers are just feedback. They're not your identity. So if you only pay attention and if you only celebrate what's measurable, you'll completely miss the invisible progress that you've made and the invisible progress that needs to be refined, right? So instead of asking, what did I accomplish today? Ask yourself, who did I become today? Because that's a much better question than what did I accomplish? Your boy Cameron Mitchell is out.